How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall, and you might be wondering where the heck I am right now. I'm actually in Milton Hall, so if you go to New Mexico State University or if you've been to school here before, you guys may know where that's at. This is a little newsroom where I help write for Crimson Wire, which is a student-run news website, new one. You guys should go check that out. The reason I'm doing the video in here today is because I've been doing homework in here, and I figured it'd just be a lot easier for me to make the video from last night's game in here, then going back to my room and going through all the hassle because I have other things to do today as well. I wanted to wear an Aggie shirt for today, but I just forgot to put one on. I was obviously wearing one yesterday to support the Aggies. I went to the women's game. They unfortunately lost, but our men's team obviously got the win. That's what you guys are here to watch. Got a win against a very good Middle Tennessee team to improve to 12-9 on the season and 5-3 in conference play. There's a couple games again that we probably should have won, but this is a great bounce back win, and we're a three-way tie for second. And Jacksonville State's first at 6-2. That's a team that we can possibly beat them on the road when we play them again. That would be huge. That would help us out a lot. And there's something about these road wins that we've been getting that are just great bounce back wins for us, like when we beat UNM early in the year after a 5-game losing streak. Now in a 3-game losing streak, we beat Middle Tennessee. Looking at the schedule, I saw that we played Middle Tennessee on the road before we played at home. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a really tough game. Not saying I didn't think we were gonna win, but I was like, if there were a game for us to lose, I think it would be that one. But we got the job done. After, like I said, losing 3-game skid. So it's great to get that bounce back win against a great team and still be in the mix of it. We're only one game behind first. I mean, anything can happen, right? And we beat guys like UTEP, Middle Tennessee now. So like if the Conference 2 tournament were to happen today, us and Liberty would be tied for second and third, but since Liberty beat us on the road at their place, then they would have it over us. But we play against them in a couple weeks at home, so hope we can get a bounce back win against them. We also play against Western Kentucky tomorrow, who's pretty solid. They beat UTEP yesterday, so it's going to be a tough battle, but I think it's a team we can definitely beat. And we have 3 straight home games after that against UTEP, Liberty, and FIU, all very winnable games, especially since they're at home. Beat UTEP on the road. I think we'll be at home in a great environment with the home crowd there. Probably have over 10,000 people there, maybe even sell it out. I wouldn't be surprised. FIU play on the 15th. That's the Pack the Pan Am night, so I wouldn't be surprised if we pack, obviously get over 11,000 fans that night too, or whatever we may do. Then we play against Liberty. Liberty's always a great matchup. Wouldn't be surprised if we have a lot of fans there. So I think those are 3 very winnable home games. I know we lost our past 2 home games. We're usually a lot better at home. But I think the crowd's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really hard for the other teams to come in here and try to kick our butt. And again, I think Western Kentucky's a winnable game. So a lot of winnable games coming up. It'd be nice for us to go on a big winning streak like we did with that 7-game winning streak earlier on in the year. I think we can definitely capitalize on that. And like I mentioned in the last video, a lot of times you go on big winning streaks and big losing streaks. So maybe this is the start of a big winning streak. Let's get more into how the Aggies won their game last night. First things first, another big game from Robert Carpenter on the bench. 16 points once again. I feel like he's been scoring 16 points every game. I think he scored 16 the past 3. Had 7 rebounds. Peter Filipovich had a great first half, had 12 points, but he didn't score in the second half. Had 9 rebounds. He's been a rebounding machine as of late and all year long. After coming back from the injury, he's just solidified himself as a great player for us. Deontay Bostic got into double figures, had a pretty solid game himself, had 10 points, 4 rebounds. One player that did not play so great was Christian Cook, which was kind of surprising. He was only 1 for 11 from 3, hit just 1 3 the whole night. Hit 2 clutch free throws that mattered the most to get us over 60 points for the first time in a couple nights. And that's something that was kind of scary towards the end. We didn't score a field goal in the last, was the final 6 minutes, 28 seconds, I think is what I saw on Twitter from James Baca. Shout out to you. Because I knew we had got a long time to send to the exact time, and that was crazy. Again, Cook knocked down those free throws, so it probably made him feel a little better about himself to hit those clutch shots despite having an off night. And winning that game despite him having an off night is also just shows how great of a team we can be. When our best player's not hitting, we can still get a good road win against they had a pretty good crowd too. Jacoby Osborne got in the game and did very well, had 5 points, he excelled well. I don't think he missed a field goal. I think he only took a couple shots and made them all. I think he missed a free throw but made the other one. Overall, a solid performance from him, had some good steals. Gabe Pickens played really great on the defensive end. I want to say he had some steals, had some assists. Our post looked, a little bit better. There were times they didn't look great, but they both scored, Emmanuel and Nate. So they got in the mix of things. That was great. Edward didn't get in the game, but he did play last game. So we'll see how it goes on for the future. I know Coach Hudin in the presser for this week said expect, some new faces. And we saw Jacoby, and we saw, like I said, Edward the game before that. So you just never know. We could always have other players step up and do things that you might not have expected. I expect Jacoby, I expected him to come in and play well whenever he got his opportunity. Just didn't know what it was going to be. Didn't know if he was going to get his opportunity. And I know he's going to be here for at least a good while. I think him and Gabe, like I said, are guys I would love to be here for 4 years and just excel and do a lot of great things for the Aggies. We saw that one time when Gabe had that lob to Jacoby against one of the non-D1 opponents we played. And that was awesome. Got the crowd going. And that's something that we could see for the future of the Aggies for sure. I love to see Zadi start getting back in the mix of things. I think he scored under 10 points total in the last 3 games, and that's definitely not like him. There's only our second win we've got when he scores less than 10 points. He only had 5 points. I think only 2 field goals, but they were in the second half, I believe. Jaden Harris, only 2 points, but he played great defense. So can't complain. I mean, the rotation was good. I think 9 or 10 guys got in the game, did a lot of great things, and next man up. That's always the thing. I mean, right now we don't have any more injuries, and knock on wood, hopefully we don't have any more, or hope we don't have any. But Jacoby could be a guy that's solidified in that role because again, he looked really good last night. I don't see why coach wouldn't decide to go back with him because he did nothing but good things last night. We didn't really shoot the greatest, slightly better, I guess, from the field, you could say, from the previous games, but from three, we only shot like 18%. And from free throws, I think we shot in like the high 60s. Like I said, shot about 40% from the field overall, which I guess was better than our 30% that we were shooting at home or even the game against Liberty. But still not the greatest shooting night, so that would definitely be a little bit nicer for us to shoot better. But to still get a win against, again, a really good team on the road like that, despite not shooting the ball too well, is great. And that's just a testament to how great our defense is. And Coach Hudon loves our defense. Our defense has been great all year long, and they've been playing great defense as of recent. And I think they're still in the top 20 of like deep defending the three, holding their opponents to a low percentage, to a low amount of points. Just a lot of great things. Past couple games before this, we didn't score 60 points, and usually when we don't score 60 points, we don't win. So this game, we finally able to go to the hump, get over 60 points. It was funny. There was like 3-4 minutes left. I was like, oh man, we can finally get over 60 for once. So not for once, but it feels like it's been a while. Just it's been a couple games. There's a couple tough games, and then they almost didn't get it. I was like, oh my gosh. But luckily, and I'm glad Cook was the one that got fouled because again, he was struggling all night, but he's our best shooter all around, best free throw shooter as well, best 3-point shooter, best mid-range shooter, whatever you want to call you. That's what he does well. So I'm glad he was the one that got fouled because I knew he was the one that could clutch up. No disrespect to our other players, but Cook's one of the only guys I really, trust. Even Jaden Harris too. There's other guys I trust for sure, but Cook has the ice in his veins. Just kind of like Molly Kaiser last night at the women's game. Even though they lost, she stepped up. She only had 4 points in the first half, finished with I think just under 20 at 19. So really good for her. I talked a little bit about the game, a little bit about the future games we have going on. Got the gist of that done with. I want to talk about Pascal Siakam, who made the All-Star game, so shout out to him. I was watching it because I was watching it for my boy Dame. As you guys know, I'm a big Blazers fan, so I really respect and support Dame Dalla, greatest Blazer of all time. He's with the Bucks. I still watch him, keep up with him and all that. So I'm glad he made it in, and glad Pascal got it in. Can't be mad at that at all. Another former Aggie, Trevor Queen, who I actually watched last night on TV, or not TV, but on my computer and all that, because they played against my Blazers. My Blazers got the dub. I was able to watch Trevor Queen a little bit. That was cool to see former Aggie just play, just on my computer. It'd be cool to see in person for sure. But he got caught. He's playing in the next up game, which I think is the All-Star game for the G League or something kind of around the lines of that. So really cool for him. Definitely gonna try to keep up with that. I know Scoot's playing in the Rising Stars game. So I'll watch that as well. It's always good to see these youngsters doing good things, especially when they're Aggies. I know Scoot, obviously not an Aggie, a Blazer, but I always love watching Blazer players, Aggies, former Blazers, former Aggies. That's all what I'm about. Before I end this video, I do want to show you guys this room a little bit, and then I'll close it out. So as you guys see, the crimson wires right there. When I wrote for Coca-Cola, it was in the same room, but we can change it a little bit. I think we're actually going to be starting a podcast, some of my classmates and I. So I'll probably post videos about that, probably talk about Aggie basketball, just all Aggie sports in general. I'll get the code of ethics if you're in journalism. Oh, there I am right there on my phone. You guys know all about this, so I'm gonna just let that play for a little bit. Got this TV, you can watch Netflix in here. I should probably use that more often because I do my homework in here a lot. So I probably should use that more often just to get my work done. Also got these clocks, but I don't think they work. Got the Los Angeles time, Las Cruces, Chicago, New York. All different times you see Chicago, New York should be the same because they're both in the East, but I think they're a little bit different. And Las Cruces in LA look slightly off too. I don't think they've been updated in years, but still pretty cool to have. Don't pay too much mind if it's not correct or not. This is also the AP style book. So again, if you guys are in journalism, I'm sure you guys have seen this before. In Coca-Cola, that was again, the old website I used to write for. Now it's Crimson Wire. Yes, that's gonna close the video. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Again, if there's anything I missed, please let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about the game. It's always good to hear from you guys. And I haven't got a whole lot of comments recently, so it'd be nice to hear more from you guys. Please keep supporting the shorts videos as well. I know I haven't had any Aggie ones in a while, and I was hoping to get some at home last week. I was at the games and stuff, but every time I recorded, nothing good happened. And I just got too focused on the game. I was really stressed out, so I just did not feel like recording. So I hope you guys understand. But the Blazers ones, they've been pretty good views. I know this is an Aggie channel. I'm also a big Blazers fan too. I think it's kind of cool to have a little bit of both, I guess you could say. So please keep supporting those. And we have 3 straight home games coming up very soon. So maybe if we're blowing them out, I can definitely get some good shots or just free throws even. Post that. I think it's always cool to see, and I think a lot of people like those. So please keep supporting that. Really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'm out.